You don't have one with the slot that's like they're like look just like this, like back and forth. Cause I don't got one. I tried the HDMI cord, that's not it.
I told you it's just right. I got round for it.
Right here, they look just like that.
Oh no, no, I ain't got none of that.
That's probably the only you can try that one, but that ain't the guarantee. Fucking go back to Walmart, get a $20 fucking, get a $20 one.
What?
$20 speed. That was $20. How much you think they cost? They only got $20. You do gotta pay a clip of it.
Yeah.
Anything that comes from that car is a complete fucking waste of time. And you can see that exact fuck. Because by the way shit's worded and how fucking British most it sounds exactly like something he would say. It goes to show you how evil and fucking fucked up these people are. I mean, fuck Fox and fuck Ryan Sapp. And that Twitter account. It's a complete fucking farce, everything. Another WWE superstar is expert release. Not really a superstar, but someone in NXT PW Insider is reporting that Brian Kendrick has also expert release in the company. Chad Kendrick was brought back a few years ago after a great show in the Cruiserweight Classic. One of the names brought up was Raw when they tried to beat the Cruiserweight division. They ultimately slotted on the 205 Live show, and Kendrick eventually settled things with him. Kendrick hasn't been at the TV taping in Orlando for weeks. PW Insider noted that he's been waiting on his release for about 6 weeks. His last match in WWE Live back in October, Kendrick broke into the business after being trained by Shawn Michaels. Last week, WWE is not looking to grant Ali's request. Kendrick may be in the same situation where people have to wait things out until his contract expires. It was not only maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago that Brian Kendrick was on WWE TV being thrown down a flight of stairs by Harlan and Joe Gacy. And then they had him cut a promo where he was wearing a neck brace. He was wearing a neck brace. And then they promoted a possible match. I believe it was all branded for Brian Kendrick versus Harlan on WWE television on Tuesday. They changed the match. They scrapped the entire match. I wonder if it's less than 6 weeks. He was definitely on TV then. They were using him in a wrestler-like role. They were using him in this mini storyline here with Joe Gacy and Harlan. I wonder if it is exactly 6 weeks or it's somewhat short. I don't remember that being 6 weeks ago. I don't remember that being very recent. So I don't know, man. Brian Kendrick asked for his release. Clearly he doesn't want to be there. Clearly something's changed in NXT. Scotty Tuhati asked for his release. He was granted his release. Brian Kendrick's asking for his release probably for the same reason. You know what Scotty Tuhati said, the heart and soul of NXT's dead. The black and gold was something special. They changed everything. Scotty Tuhati complained about John Laurinaitis coming into the Performance Center and requesting everybody with long hair and gray beards to shave their head and trim their beards and dye their fucking hair, dye their beards. He's probably leaving or wants to leave for the same reason. And Triple H is not there. He knows exactly what is going on there. It's not the same family environment that Triple H created. It is now a fucking army that Bruce Pritchard and Vincent McMahon are running the same way that they run the
alcohol in here, right?
Yeah.
One day,
I just want to get that shit out under my chin.
he didn't want it. They want to be part of it. Hopefully they grant him his release. Another one bites the dust, man. Another one that bites the dust in NXT. And it's not Rampage. She said its highest demo rating in its normal time slot since October.
Oh, you heard about the Rampage Jackson kid, the one that did the dumb shit?
Who?
The one that beat up the wrestler.
Yeah. Rampage. Rampage son.
Yeah, the boy got out of the hospital. They said they raised over almost 100,000 for you.
Yeah, from bills and shit. Yo, we choked his ass, man. He said, man, when he woke up, he ain't know what happened to him. He just woke up in the hospital.
They said when he did the power slam, he dropped him
beating him up. Beating him up.
He said before he even started punching him, he was already knocked out over the power slam. Man, it's like people say it's so bad that the referee didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like he didn't know.
Another ref had to come in and stop the whole thing.
Yeah, because he's like, oh shit, it's going too far. But like they said, if you was a real referee, wouldn't have let that happen. He would already knew like, oh yo, he out. Stop, he'd have stopped it. He'd already stopped it. That referee young. And what Jim Cornette said, these motherfuckers down there to do a pig, a 1, 2, 3. What the fuck? Then the referee was the referee.
He supposed to been in on that shit.
It wasn't not. It was on the fly. Everything was on the fly. If you watch the whole video, the nigga hit it with the bear. He said, "You gonna sell it?" He said, "He's not a worker." I said, "Oh shit!" You know what I'm saying? He didn't know. He apologized to the guy like 3 times.
He followed me that shit.
No, he was like, he was on a live stream like, damn, you got somebody type. He was like, listen, it's pre. It's like it's like
predetermined.
Pre-premeditated, where like he knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
He said, when I get that ring, I'm trying to chill his ass. You hear him say it.
No, he was going to get back and shit. No, he was getting for real.
He said, when I
he
get
was
the
for
ring,
real. No, he thought
I'm not gonna stop.
He thought the get back mean you know, get him for real and shit. No wrestling ain't real.
Long story short,
He know wrestling wasn't real.
Like everybody said, if he really wanted to, he could sue his ass for all the money he got.
Yeah, he know.
Now, even though he got all that money for his hospital bill, dude, he gonna be fucked up for a minute.
Yeah, he lost his ear too, didn't he?
He lost some teeth.
Yeah, too.
He beat him so hard he broke his fucking teeth out of his mouth.
He ain't know where the fuck he was at.
That's sad, man. Then the bad part, Rikishi lost the contract. That was bringing some money for the school. They lost the WWE contract. Now they fucked. Let's just say the WWE once a year was getting them $100,000. Well, that was enough to keep the school running.
Yeah,
some income, like Cornette said, it wasn't a lot, but it's something.
Tim Cornette got mad. He got mad at what's the name for getting pregnant and shit.
Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi
she was getting a push.
Yeah,
and they got rerouted. They was giving her a push. They finally said, okay, we're gonna give her a push, but as a baby, as a heel this time. You know, it's not her fault. She a fucking woman.
Shit, she almost 40 years old. She's trying to have a baby.
It ain't really her. It's Jay Uso. Jay Uso already got a kid. She ain't want no kid. He's like, no.
Yeah, this kid got a 7-figure contract and shit. He talking about you making 7 figures and shit, and now you want to have a baby, and you getting the push. What's wrong with you? Said you got
pregnant. What the fuck?
You out of your mind.
Jim Cornette, an old school nigga. Cause now they gotta rewrite this shit. Cause who else out? There's a lot of girls out.
What they pregnant too?
Oh.
Not her doing.
Oh damn. She a trainer though. She a trainer.
Yeah.
Long story short, Jade Cargill not ready. Bianca Belair hurt.
They were setting up for a championship.
She lost the SummerSlam.
Man, she ain't ready, man. She killed Green.
She just look good. She don't know because
she don't know what the fuck she doing. She ain't got 3 moves.
What AEW did was they
had all the scripts and shit.
Yeah, they did before. Okay, put her in the ring with somebody that know what they doing. They
make it look good, yeah.
Make it look good, and she thought she was shit. But when you put her in the ring, she's like, oh my god, she ain't that
good. That's why I just put in there with put in the tag team. They put in the tag team because you
can learn from Bianca.
Naomi, she didn't want to call that match once she lost to her. Some of the hotel, WrestleMania.
It takes time to learn how to do it. Some mom don't know how to do it.
She told everything you got. Why she let her go over on that shit? I wouldn't let her go over on me.
I'm the old school. I mean, it was part of the storyline. They wanted the storyline. It was making the only storyline from coming a good person to a bad person. You gotta follow the storyline. They was giving Jade Cargill a run. She just looked good. She came from AEW. She had a big name, so they thought bringing her.
She famous as shit. Shaq and Cody Rhodes.
Long story short, Cody Rhodes. I don't know why they put the belt back on. They said Cody about to do a movie.
Clancy doing, he doing a reality show. His
His wife just had a baby. She just had the baby.
Oh, she just had another baby.
So they was like, why the fuck you put the daughter on him and he need to go home for a little bit?
Yeah, he got it time for a rest. You see what Roman Reigns was doing? Roman Reigns was taking 2 or 3 weeks off.
That fuck
At a
Roman
time.
Reigns, man. That nigga don't want him.
Now he got to go to do movies now. He about to leave us behind.
They take a 17-point lead. You get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Use the promo code WINNING. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Maryland. TNC Supply. Get out. Calling all day dreamers and day painters. Come immerse yourself in the rich culture of Texas. Then dig in for a mouth-watering barbecue. Trailblazers can explore natural wonders. And beach lovers will wonder why they've never felt so relaxed before. You're invited to discover experiences you can only find in Texas. Visit TravelTexas.com. Plan your trip today. Let's Texas. Cody is certainly willing to lean into that role and does a great job of it. If a person like Sammy Guevara, who's one of the most exciting young wrestlers out there, and the TNT champion, I think Cody definitely needs wrestling doing some things to help accentuate the match. And
Those
well,
tanks are a primary target. What about Emily?
What he truly thinks. It was a very low-key answer by Tony Khan. Yeah, I mean, there's some ways you gotta ask the question. Is self-serving, fucking interest and everything else, and his time on TV, and it's not reality TV shows, and basically it's overexposed, and people are really tired of it. So maybe Facebook is part of the play it's kind of simple. Bottom line is, yeah, I mean, he just became, it looked like he just became like a celebrity. Right into this. So it first started off with me. Right now, for me, it's a must see. I love it. Cody is doing fantastic, and I can't wait to see what's next for him, no question. I know Jesse has not given us an opinion on speaking about Bully Ray. Jesse has not been able to give us, at least on this show, his opinion what Bully Ray said to John Moxley. Now, John Moxley, as we all know, he called out John Moxley and said that John Moxley owed us and the fans an apology. Even Renee Paquette says that this is not a storyline that they all, he said, was rather shitty, and called him out on it. And most of the pro wrestling world called him out on it, but he doesn't really seem to care. I think he relishes in that type of just what do you think of this? I gave my opinion on it. I don't really want to embellish on it anymore, but I think everybody would appreciate your opinion on it. What do you think about the Bully Ray John Moxley situation? And do you possibly think that, with the whole Eric Bischoff quote controversy, that we see something with these two guys on AEW television to the point where it does turn? I'm pretty sure Bully Ray is now. So he's Hulk Hogan. Yeah, he's not like he was alive. He's gonna leave like this, man. I mean, he's like one of the top stars in the entire company. And it's like one of the most difficult times of his entire life and career. And it's not a joke, man. It's not something to try to keep clicks off. It's not something to try to keep treatment. It's not something to make you play around. It's not. think Bully just did this for attention. I mean, he just did it for extra attention. I bet you when the words formed that came out of his mouth, he knew what he was saying. He knew how stupid it was.
Well, he's not an idiot, of course.
He knew what he was doing. So, and that being said, I think he chose the wrong topic to try to get clicks off of. That was not right. I mean, and I only say that in a sense of if there's anyone else out there working in this industry who is struggling with the same kind of addiction or a different kind of addiction or a demon or anything like that, they want to come out publicly and get the help that they want to get. And maybe they don't want to be, just thrown out there like that by Bully Ray or any other big podcaster like that. I mean, this is the perfect time to show support for everybody, in this business who needs it. And that was just an ill-advised comment, man.
Yeah, it was an ill-advised comment. He was sitting at home watching the GCW show. He was fucking smiling from ear to ear when the Hammerstein Ballroom New York City crowd was chanting, "Fuck Bully Ray." What do you think he was doing? He was home fucking crying, "Oh my God, I have to go to work next week and apologize." No, he wasn't. Yeah. He didn't give a fuck. He was fucking, he's like, "Yeah, look what I did. Now everybody knows where I work."
It's just not about him, man. Even if he wholeheartedly actually really believed that shit that he said, even if he did, it still wouldn't have been smart to publicly come out and say that shit. No, it really would not be. I mean, it's just not the right thing to say to someone who's trying to better his life, and you want to come out there and shit on this moment. I mean, there's a time and place for everything. There's no place for something.
Well, with that being said, hopefully nothing really more is said on it because I don't really want to continue giving him attention. He said what he said for the reason that he said it. And Moxley's back. He's healthy. He's happy. He is going to kill it. We got a match with Moxley and Danielson potentially coming up at Revolution. Bully Ray should be the last thing on anybody's lips. So I want to move back to Cody Rhodes, Jesse. There was a report, which, I mean, it's not really a report. It's Wrestle Geeks pretending everything that is said is a fucking report. So, shame on Wrestle Geeks for reporting something so fucking stupid. I don't even believe that it's true, but this came from Jim Cornette, and not particularly Jim himself, but his co-host, Brian Last. If you guys don't know who Brian Last is, he's a big podcast guy. I believe he works for Sony. He worked in the music industry. He's a big wrestling mark. He understands the ways of monetizing a podcast. He's almost got the same mindset. He's not Conrad, but he's kind of, pretending to be Conrad. He's that type of guy. So he knows the ins and outs of podcasts, and that's why he's working with Jim Cornette. But he said this about Cody Rhodes. Apparently, people in AEW are reportedly sick of Cody Rhodes. I don't know what that means, but the last thing that we heard about something coming from the Jim Cornette Experience podcast is that there were trouble, or there was trouble brewing between all the EVPs in AEW. I don't know if that was necessarily true or not, but they're all doing their own thing. So I guess that kind of caught wind because they weren't really on screen together, or they're not on being the elite anymore, or whatever the case may be. But he said this, and I quote, "I heard from people in the company that said, 'What do you think of that fucking promo?'" Meaning the promo last week, which I thought was a great promo. And I said, "Oh, I thought it was hysterical. He's the funniest guy in the world." Their reaction was quite opposite. It was, "God, we are sick of this guy. He's out of his fucking mind." End quote. Why would that promos, Jesse, really kind of spawn that type of reaction backstage? I wish somebody in AEW would reach out to me and kind of debunk this. I don't think that's true at all. People are sick of Cody Rhodes. Why would they be sick of Cody Rhodes? I mean, Cody Rhodes is not really doing anything outside of what he has normally done.
I mean, we put it to you like this, man. They're not going to come out and debunk it. Why? Because they leaked it. There you go. AEW is all in on this shit. Plus the previous rumors of him not getting along with the Bucks and the Elite, things like that. This adds a little fuel to that speculation, a year or two back and everything like that, or a year back. And, dude, everybody who watches and enjoys and loves AEW, I would say everybody, maybe about 95% of them, they all follow the dirt sheets. They all follow the rumors. They all follow the internet news. And once people find out this piece of news that was leaked, then that'll make them hate Cody even more. Now, notice how this news was not leaked to a more credible source, like a SAP, like a Meltzer, Alvarez. No, it came from someone not as credible and it's kind of just leaked out there, and people will say, well, who is this guy? That's not true. But the plea is said, the seed is planted. The seed is planted, the rumor is out there, and that's all they need. Maybe they didn't directly leak it, per se, maybe, but I believe they probably did. And if they didn't, it's definitely the kind of message that they actually want out there about Cody. It plays right into the gimmick that he's playing.
I absolutely agree. I think everybody's in on it, and that's the perfect answer to give somebody that is typically in the business of hating AEW. They're not going to give you fucking real news. Why would they give anybody on that show real fucking news?
Keep in mind, this company kept the biggest secret probably in wrestling history with Brody Lee being terminally ill.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, this get leaked that Cody's not going to get the fuck out of here. They don't want anything coming out. It doesn't get out. Period.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. 100%. They, on the Jim Cornette podcast that Brian Last got worked by AEW or somebody in AEW. We are going to get into the rest of the post show, guys. I want to thank you all so very much for joining me on your Wednesday nights, wherever you may be. Looking at the chat, looking at the venue, man, the OTS venue, rock and roll with 2,200 people live on YouTube. I appreciate you guys very much. We got 714 likes. I need at least, today we're going to up the goal. We're going to up the goal today. We're going to do at least 1,200 likes on the live stream. Minimum. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up if you have not done so yet. Shout out to Angel Elanka with a $100 super chat right before the live stream got started. Angel, thank you so very much, brother. We will read all the super chats at the end of the show, but Angel already getting the party started tonight with a $100 super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. Make sure you guys also hit that join button. Become a VIP right here on off the script. You guys get those custom emotes, those custom badges next to your name to show off your VIP status. Great stuff when you come into the venue and become a VIP. Go check out all the other videos that you might have missed. Episode 406 went live yesterday talking about Ronda Rousey winning the Royal Rumble and how WWE potentially spoiled the Women's Royal Rumble, as if anybody fucking cares about the Women's Royal Rumble. Go check that out, plus all your weekly WWE news and rumors from yesterday. Go and check that out on the channel, on top of everything else that I've uploaded. Jesse, why don't you plug your YouTube channel, man? I know you're doing those AEW Dark and Elevation live streams.
Bro, if you ever wondered how AEW selects their talent to be brought onto television, well, they're not listening to you. This is what they do. I wonder, alright, if then Tony Khan comes to me to find out how many tacos that we gave them. Guys, visit my channel, Chi-Town Smart, over on YouTube, and join me as we give out tacos to the talent, and we also give them a rating system. And what we do is we go out there and we'll find out, not the contracted talent, we don't care what they do, we want to see what the new talent is doing. We're going to give them tacos. And by the way, I want to just give a special shout out to my guy, Juan Gim Almost. He donated to the channel and I missed it. I'm sorry about that. He sends a message. Just joining and contributing to the cause. I appreciate you, brother. He donated $2. If it was 50 cents, I would be a happy man. I don't care what it is, guys. I appreciate everything you guys give me. Thank you so much.
This fucking wannabe JD over here with a fucking taco rating system, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my goodness. What's next, man? We gonna get the fucking taco truck pulling outside the house? Live on stream?
I'm just saying they legally can't put talent that was on Dark on television until they come to me and get the taco rating system first. That's true. Fun fact.
Sure thing. Hey, Tony Khan is in my fucking DMs on Twitter, bro, right? Hey, man. I'm saying. Oh, my God, man. Anyway, go subscribe to Jesse. He'll be putting the link in the live stream chat. Go and check that out. Also, I want to make a quick announcement here, ladies and gentlemen. Zach, a VIP here in the venue. I believe it was last week. It was last week, Jesse, right? And we did it. We did the GoFundMe promotion. His son right now is going through a very traumatic and very difficult situation. I linked the GoFundMe page right at the top of the chat in the live stream. I actually pinned it there. I really want you guys to go and click the link and read the story there. Zach reached out to Jesse and I last week. We graciously promoted the GoFundMe, and we are now, Jesse, what is it up to? $14,000 with a goal of $30,000? Absolutely. That is over 14. That is fucking crazy, man. $14,000 started last week by my boy Osikwe donating 2 large. That's $2,000 last week, man. Unfucking believable. So when people want to say, who's JD? And nobody. Give me a break, man. We are a fucking family here. That does not happen without you guys. I love you all. Zach appreciates you. He reached out to me, and we want to continue pushing, man. We want to see that $30,000 goal achieved. So if you guys can give anything, there's 2,200 people in the venue right now, man. If each one of you guys gave $1, you fucking make Zach's entire year, man. Seriously, go help him out. Let's try and get to 30, and we wish nothing but the best for him, his family, his son, and hopefully we get a speedy recovery and some good news coming out of this thing, man. Absolutely. One more quick shout out to Cyrus, who is also helping me slowly build the channel up, with the layouts and the graphics. Much appreciated, Cyrus. Cyrus is a beast, man. Cyrus always does great work, man. I don't know why he hasn't blown up yet as a graphic artist, man. I don't know. Yeah. We'll get him on the same level as what we're doing here eventually. Make sure you guys also go check out my sponsor for tonight's show, man. We are sponsored tonight by Honey. Join honey.com/offthescript. You guys want to know where Jesse gets all his taco fixings, man? He uses Honey. He saves money on making those cheap-ass tacos in the comfort of his own kitchen. Oh, my God. I got taco up the fingers. Join honey.com/offthescript. We'll go over Honey and my friends over at Honey a little bit later on in the show. And make sure you guys go get some t-shirts, man. Bonfire.com is the exclusive home of Off the Script. Right now, you guys can save 15% off the entire Bonfire OTS shop, man. All you guys got to do is use code JDRumble, and you guys are going to save 15% off. And it's Royal Rumble week. Everybody's excited. So we'll see what happens on Saturday night. Jesse, who you predicted in the men's Royal Rumble match, bro? Veer Mahan. Okay, Veer Mahan. Jesse's going with Veer Mahan in the men's Royal Rumble. What was that, Omas? Jesse, please, don't let me dump you here, bro. Omas. Bro, I need an answer. Bro, nobody watches WWE. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I have zero interest in watching anything WWE, but the one show a year, not even WrestleMania, bro. The one show a year that I will go out of my way to watch, even if I don't have the network, will be the Royal Rumble. I mean, it is entertaining in itself, even when it's shitty. It's entertaining at the time. Who I think is gonna win? Oh God, probably Lesnar, probably Brock. Yeah, I think everybody's going with Brock. There's nobody in the Royal Rumble match that really stands out, though. The only one that really honestly stands out, God forbid, it's Omos. I think Omos wins the chamber. But I do think Lashley's beating Lesnar. I do think Lesnar's going to find himself in the Royal Rumble. I do think Lesnar's going to win it. But the only other guy in that Rumble right now that really has a legit shot is AJ Styles. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think Austin Theory's going to be the Iron Man. I think Austin Theory's going to be in the Final Four. And I do think that Brock Lesnar finds his way in the Royal Rumble. Maybe he negotiates with Sammy, and then Sammy and Lesnar come to some type of agreement to exterminate Johnny Knoxville, and then Lesnar's in the Royal Rumble and wins it. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. Saturday night, I will be live on Off the Script in the OTS venue, and it's going to be a wild, wild scene on Saturday night. Picking up with Dynamite, we got Tony Schiavone after the ladder match is over. He is in Edgewater Beach in Cleveland, Ohio. The water was frozen. It was fucking cold. Watching Tony Schiavone shiver was making me cold. He was there with Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. Schiavone said it was freezing. And he was not wearing a hat. He was not wearing gloves. It looked like he had a tracksuit on. So no wonder he was freezing. Hobbs told him to man up. He told Dante his win last time was just luck, beating Dante Martin. He proposed a rematch. And Ricky Starks addressed Jay Lethal. He hopes he enjoyed his week off, but he hasn't forgotten about the challenge. He says he wants to face him on Rampage next week in Chicago. That should be one hell of a fucking match right there. And I will say this, Jesse, Starks is always great, but Will Hobbs, man, you know, I'm watching Will Hobbs very, very closely because I see the progress. He is sounding a lot more better on the microphone. He's sounding confident in the way he speaks. And that fur coat, man, he looks fucking decent in that fur coat.
Yes, glad you pointed that out. One of his biggest holdbacks was his promo ability. And they are slowly giving him a little bit more leeway with it. And he's taking it and he's getting better each time. Shorter segments, they seem more meaningful. They don't sound cringe, they sound natural. I'm just getting better on the microphone. I'm glad you mentioned it because it is definitely true.
Oh, I see it, and I hope he appreciates that. We see the work here on the podcast. We see what he's doing, and you give that man. He's not there yet. Listen, I'm not going out there making Hobbs world champion. You give him 2-3 years, bro, he'll be right at the top of the card, man. And then at that point, I think we can all confidently say that man belongs there. He'll be there.
Yeah, there's no reason to rush this. There's no reason to catapult him or put a rocket strap to him. Treat him the same as Hulk. Give us a little bit at a time. There's no fucking rush, bro. This guy is money. This guy has talent. I don't care if it takes you to the end of his contract. I don't care. Just re-sign him because he'll get there. Don't worry. Just take your time.
So we go on from that. We get into the Wardlow squash match of the evening. They're now calling him Mr. Mayhem. Wardlow. Happy belated birthday to Wardlow. He just recently celebrated his birthday. Today was Sasha Banks' birthday as well. So happy birthday to Sasha Banks. Hopefully Makaze is planning a very special evening for Miss Mercedes.
Happy birthday to the boss.
Absolutely. One of the best ever. Sean Spears was there, accompanying Wardlow to the stage. Wardlow told him to sit on the stage and not come to ringside. This was pretty much a squash match, Jesse. Powerbomb symphony over and over and over again. You know how this works. Mr. Mayhem destroys both of these jobbers, Elijah Dean and James Alexander, in a 2-on-1 match. 1 minute. And then Mr. Spears wanted to go to the ring and kind of add a little insult to injury, and Wardlow said, no. Let's get the fuck out of here. Enough of this fucking childish garbage. And that was it. So Sean Spears acting like a child there. Wardlow kind of indifferent to everything that's going on with Sean Spears and MJF, but he's just trucking along, waiting for that one moment, bro. We still got that Grab the Revolution brass ring contract, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. That ladder match that's coming up for the, opportunity for the TNT Championship. So Wardlow is going to be in that. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm loving what we're seeing out of Wardlow, man. The one thing that I saw tonight, and I think it's felt by everybody, is this guy's going to be a huge babyface, man. Each and every week, you see the reactions to Wardlow getting louder and louder and louder. It's a beautiful thing to see.
There's no I in team, but there is one in Indeed, and that's the hiring platform that you need to build yours. You're hiring, you need Indeed. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it makes hiring all in one place so easy because Indeed does the hard work for you. They show you the candidates whose resumes on Indeed fit your description immediately after you post so you can hire fast. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/Blue Wire Sports. Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/Blue Wire Sports. That's Indeed.com/Blue Wire Sports. And support the show by saying that you heard it on this podcast. Indeed.com/BlueWire Sports. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
I like what they're doing with it. A few weeks ago when they started planting the seeds for this babyface turn, right? And right away our initial reaction was it's too soon. They're gonna spin him loose as a babyface. He's gonna sink. You see what they're doing? They're taking a little bit more each week. They're getting the crowd built up. The crowd was chanting for Wardlow to turn right there and save Punk. They're already getting behind this guy as a babyface. So they're pretty much in the position to go ahead and pull the trigger on that turn, and I think you'll float now the babyface now.
Yeah, well, I'm not there yet. I want the moment to be right. I'm one of those old school guys with old school mentality. You gotta find the perfect moment to do it because you only get one. I'm sure Tony Khan knows that very well. I don't know when or where it's going to happen. What we're talking about and what we've talked about may be too long for Tony Khan. I have no idea. But it seems like they are giving us a absolutely huge main event match next week with Punk and MJF in Chicago on Dynamite. Do we see it next week, or is next week too soon?
I don't know, man. Remember how I was saying how MJF needs to be the one to beat Punk? Now he's got to do it in Chicago. Does he do it on his own? Does Wardlow go ahead and do the turn?
That's gonna be a tough match. Look, it's crazy. There's a ton of things running through my mind right now. Does MJF lose to Punk in Chicago? And if he does, in what manner does he lose? Because if he loses, I just don't think the feud is ending right now anyway. I do think he carries into Revolution. But what if it hurt? This is my first question to you. Is it gonna hurt? Just say this scenario plays out. Is it gonna hurt MJF if he loses to CM Punk in Chicago by some fuck finish? Then we get to Revolution and MJF beats CM Punk and the feud's over. You don't want this thing to end in a 50-50 Bruce Pritchard fucking I'm gonna fuck you over type of way.
No, I definitely do not, man. And Punk winning this match pretty much changes and does nothing. MJF does not sink, he's not buried, he doesn't get elevated, and neither does Punk. But MJF beating CM Punk in Chicago, bro, he got it.
Yeah. It's a crazy situation to think about. And the match will happen. For anybody that's possibly wondering, well, maybe the match doesn't happen and then they have just a brawl or there's some pre-match shit that doesn't lead to a match. Tony Khan is not the type of guy to book a match and advertise a week in advance for it to not happen. This is not Bruce Pritchard. Okay,
I do that in Chicago.
No, you don't do that in Chicago. You don't do that in AEW. Never mind, fucking Chicago.
No, and it will be a bad look. I mean, it's not gonna say that they're not literally gonna burn the house down, but it will be a pretty bad look. The crowd will completely shit on that theory. So as we were getting the match, the venue was not sold out yet. So how many people are not gonna run buy tickets to complete that sale, and you don't get the match? No, man. You have to do the match, and again, in the spirit and in the vein of what Punk is here to do in his return to wrestling, he needs to lay down and take that L for MJF.
If MJF beats CM Punk next week, does this lead to, again, a fuck finish in the end result of that match? And do we get this match to happen at Revolution with MJF losing again? Do you see CM Punk taking 2 losses to MJF, one via fuck finish, and then one him beating Punk clean? Because I do believe that there needs to be one victory in this thing where he beats CM Punk clean to solidify himself the next in line for the World Championship, because that's what they talked about in the beginning of this feud. Do you see Punk losing 2 times to MJF, and does that hurt CM Punk in any way whatsoever?
I wouldn't, to be honest, I don't want to see Punk eat 2 L's to MJF, but to ensure that I wouldn't book a second match. I mean, at least not right now. Not during MJF's run right now. Let him go ahead and finish his run, get his world title, and he can revisit this feud in a year or so. And yeah, let him go ahead and lose to Punk then, but having him beat Punk or lose to Punk here and then switching it for the next show, it's 50-50, man. We don't need that right now. So we can take MJF winning a full finish next week, and then, like you said, then winning clean at another show or something like that. But I don't want to see Punk take 2 L's. I mean, he can take one to MJF. That's fine. That's great. But he's still got work to do. You want to keep him as strong as possible going forward.
I'm kind of thinking about something. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I don't want to see 2 matches. I think one match, you know, let's get 2 or 3 matches out of this thing is just way overdone. It's very formulaic WWE booking. I don't like it. I would rather Tony Khan not venture down that road. But what about this? Seeing that we saw Cody Rhodes lose to Sammy in the opening match. What if we get this one match and MJF wins clean in Chicago, like Jesse says, and that solidifies MJF in a multitude of ways? That sets up MJF for Adam Page at Revolution and the AEW Championship match. Then what does CM Punk do if he's done with MJF? What does CM Punk do? Jesse, do we see CM Punk possibly in a feud after MJF into Revolution go one-on-one with Cody Rhodes?
There you go. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. You got to find a way to transition one to the next feud, right? And Cody Rhodes mentioned CM Punk and the pipe bomb only a week ago.
Yep. Yeah, that works. You put Punk in the ring with Cody. I'm having Punk go over at the end of that feud. And, yeah, definitely. That would be an awesome feud alone right there.
Jesus Christ, can you imagine Revolution with that fucking... You're going to make me want to go to the goddamn show, TK. I'm not even thinking about going to the show. It means I got to book an Airbnb. I got to sign up for post-show scrum and get press passes. Can you imagine CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes? Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley, and Adam Hangman Page versus MJF as the 3 scheduled matches for Revolution, man. Holy shit. And then maybe Adam Cole, I don't know what the fuck Adam Cole's going to be doing. Maybe we'll see Johnny Gargano between now and then. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano? Talk about fucking pay-per-view of the year, man. What's WrestleMania again? The most horrendous 2-night event of all time?
I think it was stupid. The stupidest WrestleMania of all time.
Something along the lines like that. But I could actually see that happen. Well, I agree with you, man.
One match. And look, when it's just one match, it's special. You know, it's fucking special. The more matches start adding, you got to try to figure out which one was the best one and which one was where. It's one match, man. We'll do it again later on. For right now, just one match. They've been feuding for weeks. We've been seeing these guys go at it for weeks. How much longer are we going to carry this out?
Yeah, it doesn't really justify another match if this is the match taking place next week. The whole fucking feud's been built on their verbal back and forth, and that's what we want to remember. The match is going to be great. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I don't want anything to kind of take away from what the build has been. This has been old school, classic pro wrestling storytelling. You don't need multiple matches in this thing. The whole fucking feud was them going back and forth. That's what I paid my money for. You know, that's what I wanted. The match to me is just the cherry on top of the sundae.
It's just the ending.
Yeah.
They've been giving us MJF and Punk a fantastic movie.
Yep.
From their promos alone. The match is the final battle scene. That should be the end of it right there.
So we'll see what happens, man. Very interesting situation with this. It's shaping up to be one hell of a wild ride going into Revolution in March. Wild. We got the Inner Circle. Inner Circle's on some bumpy roads right now, man. Jericho, Santana, Ortiz, they defeated Daniel Garcia and 2.0. That's Matt Lee and Jeff Parker. This was pretty decent here. I know we've been I don't want to say hard. We've been kind of, indifferent to Jericho. I think he's kind of faded a little bit as far as what he does on television, not feeling all that important. That's another match we may see, Revolution, Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. That's another intriguing match right there that we could possibly get. But Jericho right now, like you and I said, Jesse, last week, he probably would do Jericho best if he just stays away for a little bit and just comes back and, hit the reset button, hit that refresh button. Make the absence of Jericho will make our hearts grow fonder for sure.
Yeah, it just seems like they're forcing his appearances and is his new, you know, the things he's trying to get the, what was it, the GFT, GFO or something like that. He's trying to get that over.
GFY.
Yeah.
GFY, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to force him into things. And just let the feud come to him. Give him some time away, let the heart go fondly, you know, like you said. But when he comes back, he'll be like, oh, Jericho's back. Let's see him, you know, this. Now it's like, get Jericho again. It looks like they were heading down the road with Kingston to put him in there, but Kingston's hurt.
Yeah, I don't think Kingston's going to be out too long. I think he'll be back.
Hopefully. But yeah, I would love to see Jericho take a little break and come back fresh. But let's see what they got. Maybe they got something planned.
Before I get into this match, I know LAX, Proud and Powerful, they are such a great tag team together. You know, shout out to Santana, man. He's doing his thing solo, working on the independence scene. I believe he's got a one-on-one match coming up against Jonathan Gresham at the next Terminus show. So, kudos to him, man, getting himself out there, doing the solo thing away from Ortiz for a little bit, and coming back and hopefully one of those AEW tag team titles. So, it's always good to, like Johnny Gargano, you know, invest in yourself. He's very good at what he does, and that should be a hell of a match.
Yeah, I agree.
But the Inner Circle, they had control of this thing over 2.0. I'm very much over this feud, and I want it to end. But there was some early dysfunction between Santana, Ortiz, and Jericho. Jericho and his partners allowed Garcia and 2.0 to take advantage. They beat down Ortiz for a little bit. Jericho desperately wanted the hot tag, but Ortiz tagged in his own partner, Santana. Santana went wild on all three of these guys, and he and Ortiz hit an assisted cutter followed by a powerbomb, lariat combination. Jericho hopped down from the apron. He was about to take himself out of the match and thought differently about it. Then he broke up 2.0's finisher with a Judas effect on Matt Lee as he bumped off the ropes and hit the Judas effect from the outside of the ring. Pile driver by Santana followed for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it. The dysfunction is growing between Santana, Ortiz, and Jericho, and we may be seeing the end of the Inner Circle on AEW television, which I don't think is necessarily bad.
No, and you know what? To be honest, I want to see Santana and Ortiz go heat.
I want to see them go heat. Well, I mean, depending on who the tag team champions are, it may actually work out.
Yeah, I do. I want to. It feels me with the damn president's face paint that they come out wearing. These guys can be some fucking asshole fucking heels, man. They come out just with this gang mentality that they have, you know. And when they come out and jump somebody, they come out just gang style, fucking beat the shit out of them and leave. I can see these guys being just fantastic heels and go for a title run like that, man. They be a switch up what we've seen from them for the last 3 years too.
Yeah, hey, listen, Jericho might be the catalyst in that. They may be using Jericho to set that up, actually. Who knows?
That'd be awesome. If they killed Jericho on TV for a while, that would be a catalyst right there. Yep.
No more Judas. Who took that away? Santana and Ortiz. You can't sing the song anymore thanks to those guys. Hello.
People hate that, man.
Oh, yeah. Video package shared on Adam Hangman Page and Lance Archer. They got a match for the AEW title. It's taking place in 2 weeks. It will be a Texas death match. That's actually taking place, I believe, on February 2nd, right before the Atlantic City show in New Jersey. Archer talked about it being a Texas death match when the interviewer told Hangman that it will be a Texas death match.
No, the second, that's next week in Chicago.
Then it's happening on the 9th. It is happening in Atlantic City. Yes, it is happening in Atlantic City. So everybody that's coming to the meet and greet in Atlantic City, you'll be getting an AEW championship match that night. I apologize. When Adam Page was told it was a Texas death match, he was a little concerned. He said, no, I hadn't heard that. What? A little surprised, a little scared. Nobody wants to be a Texas death match or in a Texas death match with Lance Archer. He then said he will take his best shots and bring hell with him through all 9 layers of the abyss. What Adam Page said. So we're getting that match, and it will not be the main event of Revolution. It may be a one and done here for Lance Archer. In and out.
I didn't like this.
You didn't like this?
No, the only thing I did not like about I was not a fan of Hangman's reactions. He seemed a little bit weak in the sense of, oh no, I gotta do this. You know, I don't want to start the theory of Hangman's title run is fading or not succeeding, but and I hate to make this comparison, but imagine like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, badass babyface champion. Okay, why you get Steve Austin? You gotta do a Texas death match. Oh no. Well, I'll say I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll beat your ass wherever the fuck. I don't care what it is. You know, I just there's little things like that. It might seem minor, but little things like that matter when you're trying to get someone over as a world champion. Because you know it's. I don't give a fuck where we are. I don't care what we're doing. I don't care what kind of match it is. I'm gonna beat the shit out of them. Forget Steve Austin, all right? Imagine Moxley, babyface world champion. Mox, you get this kind of match. I don't give a fuck what it is. He would say exactly those words. I don't want to see Hangman. Oh no, I'm kind of worried. I'm not worried about shit. I'm a fucking champion. You gotta beat me. That should be the mentality he's taking.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's the same problem with WWE with their fucking babyface champions. They don't know how to book a babyface champion. I'm not saying Tony Khan doesn't know how to. I'm just saying that no babyfaces really look like they're strong enough to carry the load on any show for any extended period of time. I agree with you. He should not be surprised. He should not be fearful. He should be like, all right, you want a fucking Texas death match? You bring the goddamn fucking death match. I'm gonna bring the fucking cold ones.
You know, and you know, let's do it. Yeah, what you fucking running for? You know, not he just that moment. I was like, come on, no, he should not care what the match is. He just want to get his hands on. It looks like he's second guessing. Oh, maybe I should stay away. I get it. You're trying to make Archer look a little bit stronger by his reaction. Hangman's gonna win, but you don't want to bury Archer in that reaction. Like, no, I don't give a fuck where it is. And like, you're a badass. I get it. I'm still gonna beat the shit out of him. You can't have him look weak.
Yeah, well, listen, we'll see what happens. We got another week until this match happens. Maybe they do something to rectify this next week. But yeah, I didn't like that either. No weak baby faces, please. I hate weak baby faces. Tony Schiavone interviewed Christian, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus on one side of a staircase backstage, and then on the other side was Matt Hardy and Private Party. Christian talked first. Hardy said nobody cares what he has to say, so we cut him off. He touted Private Party, who, by the way, just got announced for the Hog show, the House of Glory show, on February 12th. Don't know what they'll be doing, but they will be in the NYC arena. Will Matt Hardy be there? I don't know. See what happens. And it said Friday is their time to become champions. Jungle Boy told Private Party their expensive watches are fake, and they will see them on Friday. Should be a decent little match. Jesse and I actually talked extensively about what we think Private Party should do. I think being removed from the Hardy family office and going into a little bit more of a mature, and less childish, I'm going to pound that ass, or whatever the fuck they're talking about. Yeah. And none of that shit, man. Private Party's going to have to grow up eventually. I think it's better to start now than prolong it. But I don't really see that happening. And I'm not telling them what to do. I think it would probably be from a fan's perspective what most of us would like to see. But I don't see anything coming out of this match. Should be a great match, Jesse, but I don't see Private Party even coming close to winning those tag team champions Friday or anytime soon, to be exact.
No, they need some repairing from the stint in the FHO or the HFO thing. They need, and same with Santana and Ortiz. They need to be built up to where they should be to be competing in the tag divisions, because these factions they've been for the last year or so kind of brought them down.
Yeah, not good, not looking good. But we got a tag team title match on Friday night, so that should be at least for the time being exciting. And we'll see what happens on Friday.
MJ back in Chicago.
Yeah.
He's going back in, getting back into the country and back into Chicago.
Should be good. Next week's Dynamite is absolutely fucking stacked. We'll talk about that a little later. But CM Punk, speaking of Chicago, made his ring entrance here. Punk was dressed to fight. He was in his long CM Punk wrestling attire, long pants, and he was definitely ready for a fight. Punk said hello to Cleveland. And how's everybody doing tonight? He said he tried to walk to the ring like a badass, but Cleveland made him smile from ear to ear. He asked if they were tired of hearing him talk yet. No. Nobody should be tired of anything, CM Punk. The guy was away for 7 fucking years. Why would you be tired? So he's in the ring. He encouraged them to chant his name. He said they all know he wants They all know that they want to see him fight, and he's encouraged them to chant his name. He said it'll be the first time, and it didn't really gain any momentum, which was kind of funny since fans just couldn't stomach it. Punk revealed that he had MJF's scarf around his neck, took his jacket off. He had a Burberry scarf around his neck. He thought the scarf might be sentimental to him. But then he saw you could buy them on Amazon for $5 for a 12-pack. It's just as cheap as his personality. Said CM Punk about MJF. He said he saw the label and it said made in Long Island. So I immediately knew it was not made of strong material. Punk said he didn't want to wait, so let's do it tonight. He went through everyone but MJF. Well, he says he wants everybody, but and nobody is, wanted more than MJF. So MJF walks out, and CM Punk is yelling for MJF's music to be shut off. And MJF is out there. He said he wouldn't waste a historical match on Cleveland, Ohio. He called Cleveland a cesspool. Fans were chanting asshole. He said he'd give the fans the match they want next week in Chicago. It'll be CM Punk versus. And then there's this long pause. He's thinking. And then he yells out his name, MJF. But he added a but. He continued to shit on Cleveland some more and said, Cleveland is significant in Punk's history, but I will get to that in a minute. Jesse, during this time, actually texted me before this promo even aired on Dynamite tonight that CM Punk's last match in WWE was supposed to be scheduled in Cleveland, Ohio. And he did not show up. He said fans think they want to see him against Punk. So we gotta shut the fuck up, chant. MJF said the match will be spectacular, but the outcome will be unsettling. And he said he'll beat Punk in a dumpster fire he calls his home in Chicago. He'll also be beating him in the Midwest, he says. MJF then said something about what's going to happen when he beats CM Punk in Chicago. He said that people will finally get to see the real CM Punk, the one who loses his fake smile the second he doesn't get what he wants. Said Punk blames his failures on everyone else but himself. He said the guy who is more than willing to sue if he doesn't get what he wants. He will announce next week he's leaving wrestling again. I predict that. He said LeBron James left the fans just like Punk will be doing, and that got a massive reaction in Cleveland. I mean, MJF really knows how to rile somebody up, I'll tell you that. He said he turned his back on each and every one of them. He looked at the camera and then said, yeah, even you people at home watching on the silver screen, asked if they think Punk cares. They were chanting his name at the top of their lungs for 7 years. MJF said those chants won't stop him from turning his back on them again and crying about it on a podcast. Punk then said, MJF, you listen to that podcast. You were a fan. That's why you listened to that podcast. He said the best thing Punk ever did was leave, and the best thing he ever did was come back. He said if he didn't come back, MJF wouldn't have this brush with greatness because he wouldn't be here. Told MJF to lace up his 3-inch lifts and come back for a fight. Punk says he can't win this fight. MJF turned to leave. Punk said he took matters into his own hands and he never lied to the people. He said he loves them. But some people love him back, some people hate him. But he'd rather be him and try and fail than be MJF and talk a big game and never show up. You paid to see me. You paid to stand in line to get my picture. And then Punk said, how dare you try to put it on these people? I make decisions and I stand by each and every one of them. The fans love him, not because he always wins, but because when he loses, he gets back up, just like Cleveland does, just like Chicago does. Man, oh man, Jesse, CM Punk channeled his inner John Cena with this promo.
Yeah, he did. You know, and the more I sat here and thought about it for a little bit, MJF needs to win next week, obviously, but he needs to end in a screwy finish. He can't win clean because it will help Punk save face in front of his fans in Chicago. He didn't get beat clean by MJF at home. Yeah, only reason he lost is he got dicked over and screwed over. You know, by any means, like if he can make up it's MJF. I mean, insert a reason for him to away from the cheat. It would make sense. You know, but he just needs to win. That's the kind of fucking. Maybe we get Gargano next week. Maybe he joins MJF for us as a heel. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? But however they do it, he needs to get fucked in front of the live crowd to get that because it produced that much more heat for MJF when he gets that 3